Good morning, everybody. We are going to have an exciting Canva lesson on AI today. We're just going to give it another minute because I see there's still some people filing in. The webcams for some reason are not showing today, so you're not going to see us. But if you can hear my voice and see the screen, please go ahead and comment that and let us know. And then we should be ready to go here in just a minute. Awesome, cool. So I see, thanks Deb and Carol. I see that you guys can see the screen. Thank you for letting us know. All right. Okay, so we are at 9:03 now, Arizona time. For you folks on the East Coast, I know it's afternoon, so good afternoon. We're going to go ahead and get started here. So today, if you guys have joined us for the Canva 101 and 102 sessions last month, you are familiar with Elizabeth and Brenden from our Realty Executives Phoenix office. They've been so awesome and gracious enough to set up one last training for us here for Canva, discussing the AI intelligence. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Elizabeth and Brenden now.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right, so we are going to cover using artificial intelligence inside Canva, which I think is pretty neat. It's all about working smarter, not harder. So let's get started.
All right.
So make sure that first you have your account set up. Canva is a powerful design platform that can be a valuable tool for real estate agents to create visually appealing marketing materials and enhance their branding efforts. Additionally, by incorporating AI technologies, real estate agents can automate certain tasks, analyze data, and optimize their designs.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, it's great and makes your life easy.
Yeah, super easy design tool. And I mean, for all of you guys that weren't in 101 and 102, those recordings are out there, so you guys can get a hold of those where we talk a little bit more about the basics. But today we kind of talk about some of the paid features, and then, like Elizabeth has said, the AI enhanced features.
And if you guys know who Marky Lemons is, she has done some speaking for international as well as NAR and AAR in a lot of places. And she likes to teach that there's only two things as a realtor you need: a great CRM and Canva. So
I agree.
Let's get moving. Canva AI. So we're going to first talk about your brand kit, features that enable users to create and manage a consistent visual identity for their brand. It also uses AI to analyze uploaded logos, colors, fonts, and they suggest complementary design elements to ensure your brand consistency, even within team members throughout different designs. So you'll see that in logos and colors and fonts and photos, graphics and icons. And that's all stuff that you go in and you pre-put into your brand kit so it carries over throughout everything for you.
Absolutely. I'll show you where to find the brand kit on the homepage. So if we come out of our presentation and we go back to just like our homepage here. So once you're in your main design suite here, you'll see this brand button right here. And this is where you'll go to upload all of the files into your brand kit. So right now we have our Realty Executives one set up. And inside of this brand kit is a variety of the logos that we use on some of our branding, as well as our color palette. So we have the exact color codes, provided by Realty Executives inside of there to ensure consistency throughout our designs. And the fonts, you can upload fonts. We have uploaded one font, which is the Realty Executives font. And you can also add in photos, graphics, icons. I mean, an example of a photo might be a headshot.
We just took new headshots and we have not loaded them in just yet, but we deleted the old ones. The graphics can be just simply certain things you use all the time. Icons, you can have your fair housing icon in there. You can, all those different things. So it just depends on how you want to set it up.
Absolutely. So that's where you're going to go to add all of the stuff into your brand kit. Once you're actually inside of a design, this is where you'll go to utilize some of those brand kit materials. So let me just start a new page here. For example, if we scroll down and let's see, brand. So this is where we'll see the logos and the color palettes that we just talked about. So let's say I want to use one of our Realty Executives logos. Great. So now that's just really easily accessible. Another cool feature that you can use is actually enhancing the colors using your logo on a pre-existing design. So let's say we have this template right here.
It's not branding.
It's not.
It's not branded how we need it. So what do we do?
So what you'll do is you'll take a logo or something that has your colors on it, and you'll take this image, go right click on it, and you can click apply colors to page. And what this has done is take the colors that are in the image and apply them to all the design elements in the template. And so now we're working with something that's a little bit closer to brand standards. And we really didn't have to go in and click a bunch of individual icons and elements. It was just one click.
Yeah. So that's why the brand kit, having it set up, is going to save you a lot of time.
Absolutely. And like we've talked about in some of the past classes, if you do have that brand kit set up, it's going to automatically cater some of the design choices towards that exactly.
We'll talk more about that in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to talk about design templates. So Canva uses AI algorithms to provide users with a wide range of pre-designed templates for various purposes, such as social media graphics, presentations, posters, flyers, websites, and more. These templates are generated using AI to offer a starting point for users, and they save them time and effort in creating designs from scratch.
Absolutely.
So we're going to talk about templates and layouts. Let's show them.
All right. So first I want to talk about the layouts. For example, if we are looking at this design slide right here, maybe I don't like the way that I set it up, and I'm looking for some alternative design options. So if you're looking at the top here and you go to design, you can click layouts, and this will automatically suggest ways to arrange the images on the page for you. And it'll also move the text and adjust it accordingly to how it needs to.
So when you have those moments where you're like, oh, this looks good, but it's not great.
Right.
What can I do? Well, that's when I go to layouts and I'm like, oh, I get it now. Okay, let's click on that one.
Yeah, so this one, I mean, it just cropped the image a little bit. It added a blank background so that we could see our text a little bit easier. And that's really all it's done for us. And now we can continue to edit it as we choose.
So what templates?
Yeah, templates. So the best thing about Canva is that you can work from a pre-existing design. And that is what you're going to find up in the design tab underneath templates. Regardless of the dimensions of your design, so whether or not you're designing for Instagram, a presentation, or even a video, it will suggest templates for you to use. So if we scroll through a little bit here, you'll see that we have some different options in terms of how we can create a design for this presentation. Let's click on just the pitch deck here. So if we click on this, we'll see that we can see all the different layout, parts of the deck. And if I'd like, I can click add and then add as a new page, and that will create a new page for us using this design. So maybe you want to kind of do mix and match and find different pieces from different presentations that you like, and then readjust to ensure consistency. That's a great way to get started. And then we would just go ahead and add our logo in, adjust the colors, and we would be working with something that we could use in the future.
That's great.
So for the time being, I'm just going to delete that page, and we're going to move on to photo editing.
So photo editing in Canva is AI based, and what that means is It takes the image enhancement techniques to improve the quality of the uploaded picture for you. It can automatically adjust brightness, contrast, and other parameters to enhance the visual appeal of the images used in the design. It can do so many different things between background eraser, so to make it where you just pop out on a headshot. It can do magic eraser where you select something and that's what disappears out of the picture. You can do magic edit where, hey, in a little bit, we're going to show you how to put in a skydiver next to an airplane. It has different filters and FX effects, which just make your life so much easier, of course. So let's play with it.
All right. So if I back out into a design here, let's start with the idea of removing the background from a photo. So right now you see this picture of Elizabeth, and the background is cut out so that we can lay the picture of her over top of graphics, houses, information about yourself as an executive. And this is a great way to market yourself as an agent, just so that you can get some visual record, so that people can identify you. Okay, so let's go ahead and find a headshot. So what I'll do is
if you go into uploads, we have a bunch of them.
Yeah, so we'll go into uploads, and let's take this headshot that we've recently acquired for one of our speaking events coming up. So what you can do is go ahead and click edit photo up top and hit the beach ball background remover.
I have to say this is probably my favorite feature, is this background remover.
Mm-hmm. And that's a great looking cut on that headshot right there. So now what we can do is layer in some additional pictures so that there's something behind. What I'll do is I will click replace background, and now we're working with something that you might advertise a listing with. So moving forward a little bit, we have a couple of other design tools that are great for using AI to enhance a photo.
So can you show me, what if I have this picture and there's something in it I don't want, like that airplane? I don't want that airplane there. I want to put words or something else later. How do I get rid of it?
Perfect. So what you'll do is you will go into your apps, and was it actually in apps, or is it in...
So you just click on the picture and we're going to go up to edit photo.
Oh, that's right. So
you do it differently than I do.
That's right. So you'll go into edit photo here, and you'll see that you have a couple of different options here outside of the beach ball that we just used. So let's go with our magic eraser. So right now I will be given a little tool where I can highlight the thing that I don't want in the image. Oh.
My mouse is different than yours. It's a gaming mouse. I'm sorry.
This tends to work a little bit better if you can get a tighter crop on what it is you're trying to remove. And great, so that's a decent first pass. What it has done is take the surrounding clouds and apply them over top of the plane. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and get those last couple of bits out.
Abracadabra.
Oh, that was great timing.
It's like I do this a lot or something.
Yeah. So as you'll see, the more that we kind of play with it, the better it's going to end up looking in the end, because what it's doing is, once that plane is initially removed, it's easier for it to take out some of these last little pieces. And now we're working with an image that doesn't have a plane in the sky, but it does still reflect on the building.
It's an invisible plane.
Right.
So what if I did want the plane and I want to add a person jumping out of it?
Great. So let's hit Control-Z to get back our plane. And then we'll go into Magic Edit. And Magic Edit essentially allows you to type text and add things based on a textual input. So what I'll do is I will select the area in which I want to add a new object. So let's say we want to add a skydiver right here. I'll click Continue. And then now the AI is going to ask me what I would like to add into the image. And I'm going to say skydiver. This works great with things like lighting fixtures or adding small little elements into the picture of like a kitchen or a living room.
Well, let's do the two. It can be both of us.
Great.
There we are.
So that does a pretty good job at adding in a couple of skydivers to this image. And it didn't require any advanced photo editing knowledge. We just had to select an area in which we wanted to apply it and tell it what we wanted.
Now there's also, you could highlight the plane and say that you wanted it to be a train, and it would also be able to take it out and put something else in. So kind of like how when you push edit photo, how it shows you the magic edit is one kind of flower and another kind of flower. So you could always change it that way as well.
Absolutely. Okay, so we didn't talk about some of the more basic things like photo filters and adjusting images.
Let's do it.
So what this does is we can obviously edit the photo the way in which you might edit any photo, but at the bottom or at the top here, you'll see there's an auto adjust feature. And a lot of the images that are already in Canva are going to be edited using the software, so you won't really see much of a difference. But if you're uploading your own photos, clicking auto adjust might make a dramatic change that is for the better in your images. So let's go ahead and click it. And what you'll see here is it brighten the colors up a little bit and decrease the contrast so we can see some of the elements in the image a little bit better. So the skydivers are a little bit clearer and brighter now. And so that's just a great tool to be able to use.
I even zoomed it in a little.
Right, very quickly to just spice up our colors in the photo a little bit.
So what's FX effects?
So FX, there's a couple of different things in here. For example, let's use our autofocus feature. Let's pull up a picture of a person. So right now I'm going to go into elements and then find a picture of, let's see. Let's try realtor. Let's see what we get here. Photos. And let's do this photo right here. So if I click edit photo, autofocus, what this is going to do is it's going to select the person in the image, and then we can choose how much we want to blur our background. So there's a lot of different situations in which professional photographers have advanced equipment that allows them to create this depth of field effect in their images. But if you've just taken a picture with an iPhone or something like that, you're not always going to have that feature. So that's why Canva is a great tool to use for this specifically, because you can add some of that professional feel to your photos.
You can guide where the eyes are going.
Exactly. And the blur tool functions pretty similarly. This will allow you to blur an image if you like. And shadows, you can add a shadow to the back of your photo. Okay, so that's kind of some of the main photo editing features that include AI. But we really wanted to just show you guys some of like the cool stuff, like adding in elements or subtracting them very easily. So background remover.
So when we talk about background remover, now we're talking about video background remover. So Canva offers an AI-powered background remover tool that can automatically isolate the main subject and then in any image and remove the background. And this feature helps users create designs with a transparent or custom background more easily. So we're going to show you, we have a video of someone talking, but her background was just a green screen.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to remove the background and put our logo behind it.
Yeah.
So let's see it in action.
So this is going to function similarly to the way that like Zoom does. If you've ever seen somebody that has subtracted their background from a Zoom, this is using the same type of software to do so. So if you're ever, presenting or speaking and you have a video of yourself that you want to overlay over a presentation or something like that, this is a great tool. So what I'll do is I will click on the video, I'll click edit video, and then you'll see that we have our background remover tool. So all I will do is simply click that, and it subtracts the background from this video. And you'll see that it has a little bit of blur around it. I mean, it's not a perfect tool just yet, but to be able to identify the subject in a video that is moving and remove the background, that's...
And she can be moving even more and it'll work. So like,
right.
For me, if I had a home that was coming soon, I would do a picture of the home, and then it would be me talking to you guys saying it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, this, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you get that feel and you get that action and that moving part of the photo into the video, which helps with your algorithm. So you're gonna be higher up there. So instead of just, you only have one picture of the house because it's still, you know, in the works and coming soon, you can still talk about it and make it into a video.
Absolutely. So moving forward a little bit, we have our design recommendations, which we've talked a little bit about.
So Canva AI algorithms analyze user behavior, design choices, and preference to provide personalized design recommendations. So these recommendations suggest relevant templates, fonts, color palettes, design elements, and they're all based on what you've been working with. So my recommendations are different than his recommendations. Mine are a little bit more traditional, his are a little bit more modern. So when you go into our accounts, even though we're working off of the same stuff, because of how I design and how he designs, it's going to give you different options at the top.
Absolutely. And like we've showed you guys earlier, to access that, you'll just be going into design and templates. You'll look at some of the recommendations that they're providing you with.
And the search bar.
Right.
So when you go into the search bar there or the search bar on your main page, and you even just type in realtor, and it gives you all these templates. If you're sitting next to a teammate and they do the same thing, you're going to get different templates. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so let's try something out. So if we're back at our homepage here, let's just say realtor Instagram post. Keep it broad. Great, so now we've got...
It totally looks like stuff I would use.
Yeah.
But on your computer, it would be more edgy and modern.
So now we've got, you know, various things that we could pull, and let's say we had an offer accepted. We could customize this template and work from there like we do with any of the other designs. Okay. And then, of course, you can also, if you are already into design and you're just looking to either scratch something entirely or pull in new elements, you can search up here. So last thing that we searched was property management. So let's click on that. And now we'll get design recommendations for a property management slide deck.
Very cool.
So,
Magic Wright. So ChatGPT.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is basically what it is. So Magic Wright is an intelligent assistant that empowers users to write effectively. It offers features such as grammar and spelling correction, suggestions for sentences, structure, and vocabulary, assistance with formatting and citation styles. Magic Wright can be used to improve writing skills and increase productivity, saving users valuable time and effort.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So let me think of an example here. Let's just say something like 5 reasons to use a real estate agent. So what I would do is I'd come down into here in this little magic button here. I click on that, and then I'll click Magic Wright. And from here, all I have to do is describe what I want it to write about. So let's just say 5 reasons
to hire a realtor.
To hire a realtor. And
generate.
I'll click
Hey,
generate.
Brenden. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say Brenden and Elizabeth. We got a couple of questions here just on the Realty Executives templates. Were those the ones that were sent out with the Canva 102 course that you referenced? Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Thank you. Just want to clarify.
Do we have any other questions while we're taking a look at this?
No, we don't. I don't really see any other questions. We did have a question on the Realty Executives fonts, which those are available in Prime Agent under marketing, new marketing library, logos, fonts, and graphic standards, and fonts. So, but those are the only questions we currently have.
Cool. So as you'll see, we asked the AI what are 5 reasons to hire a realtor, and it's provided us with some talking points, if you will. So let me make this a little bit easier to read. And what you'll do is you'll make sure that you delete the question out of the text box because it's always going to populate it in there. And now we have 5 talking points as to why to hire a realtor. So we have expertise, access to resources, time saving, legal protection, peace of mind, all things that you guys would probably agree with in your profession. But this can be used in so many other ways outside of just basic talking points, right?
This could be your Instagram carousel for the day with those points, each different being highlighted and put in a reel. You could do it as just a carousel. You could do it on any of your social media. It's just, it makes it so much easier.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of another example that we could use to test it out. Magic Wright.
Does anyone want to give us one in the chat they'd like to see done?
Yeah.
Let's take a look here.
Bueller.
Would this work for like specific neighborhoods or anything, or is it just for kind of more generic things like what you just kind of showed, like, you know, the 5 steps for realtors? Like, could you do it for like a specific neighborhood, like, you know, top neighborhoods in Phoenix or anything like that? Or
it actually, depending on your location, as long as it's geographically pretty popular, like I know Paradise Valley. Let's say, let's do PV.
5 things
that make Paradise Valley the place to move to.
Yeah, so we did get a suggestion from Denise, which says, why live in Scottsdale? So that's why I was asking about the
why
location.
Live in Scottsdale, Arizona?
All right, so we'll go generate.
All right, let's read it. So why live in Scottsdale, Arizona? Scottsdale, Arizona is a great place to live for many reasons. The city boasts over 300 sunny days per year, making it perfect location for outdoor enthusiasts. Scottsdale is home to a thriving arts and culture scene with numerous galleries, museums, and festivals throughout the year. The city also offers plenty of shopping and dining options, including luxury boutiques and world-class restaurants. Additionally, Scottsdale is known for its excellent schools and safe neighborhoods, making it a great place to raise a family. Overall, Scottsdale offers a high quality of life with diverse range of amenities and activities. Your answer is yes.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I mean, I live here and I would agree with all those things. But that could be something that you use when writing a property description.
Correct.
So that's probably one of the most useful ways.
Let's show them a property description.
Yeah. So we'll go into Magic Write and let's say write a property description.
Now I'm going to stop you. I would like you to start as a realtor.
Gotcha.
Because you want to know your point of view. Write a property description for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, casita, and a pool.
All right, click generate.
Stunning 4-bedroom, 3-bath property with charming casita and sparkling pool. This home boasts ample space for both relaxation and entertainment with a spacious open concept living area and fully equipped kitchen. The luxurious master suite offers a private retreat with a spa-like bath and walk-in closet. The casita provides a flexible space for guests or a home office. Enjoy outdoor living in the beautifully landscaped backyard featuring a refreshing pool and plenty of space for lounging and dining al fresco. This is the perfect oasis to call home.
I'd say that's great. And obviously you can always go in and adjust it based on the specifications of the home. But if you're somebody that struggles with blank page, this is a great way to get started.
Or just talking.
Or just talking.
Just talking.
So Magic Design.
So Magic Design is very much like what we just worked with. Mm-hmm. Magic Design is a software tool used for graphic design that allows users to create visually appealing designs for a variety of purposes, such as logos, business cards, flyers, and social media posts. It provides an easy-to-use platform with various design elements, including images, fonts, and templates for users to choose from and customize to their liking. The software also includes features for editing and enhancing images, as well as tools for creating animations and videos. So overall, Magic Design is a versatile tool that helps users create professional looking designs without the need for advanced design skills or school. Same thing. So basically, for all of us that didn't go into a graphic design or media education, this is going to do that for you.
Absolutely.
I'm so sorry.
So Magic Design works best with presentations.
Yes.
So let's try it out. If we're working with a blank slate here, we want to create a presentation. For example, I had an agent come into the office recently, and they were looking to create a new listing presentation. And this is a great way to do so. So let's click on Magic Design here, try it out. And it's going to ask, what do we want to create our presentation about? So as a realtor, create a listing presentation.
Ooh, magic. So the template style, and then it says your style, because what did AI do? They put our colors in there.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and click create my presentation. And you'll see what it did is give you a very basic starting point for how you might advertise some of your services. And then from here, you can go ahead and change the images out. These are all frames that you can drop new images into, and adjust the text, etc. But you can use this for very specific purposes as well. So if we wanted to create a new presentation about volcanoes, so we'll bring this into our style. So create my presentation. And you'll see that it has even selected a subtopic and provided actual factual information that we can use to talk about whatever it is that we would like to talk about.
So if you still have children in school, remember this one.
Right. So that's a main gist on Magic Design. You're just giving it an input and it will create basic presentations for you. Text to image.
Text to image is your favorite.
Yes.
So text to image is a technology that uses generative AI to create images from textual input. The process involves training a deep learning model on a large data set of images and their corresponding textual descriptions. And then it learns to generate an image that closely matches given the description, and the generative image then can be refined and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, what it's saying is you can go into this part, say, I want to have a duck with a cowboy hat in front of a cactus. And it's going to take the different information that's given, and then it's going to give you options. So we're going to do a panda bear walking inside of a china shop on 2 feet. How did you get? Can you show us how we got that?
So that was the output for this outlandish prompt. But like Elizabeth was saying, let's give it a test. So if we're working with a blank page here, we can go into our apps, and you will see it right here underneath popular, or creating something new. If you click text to image, I think 10 uses if this is a basic free version, 500 credits if you are working with the premium.
Correct.
So do we have anybody that would like to suggest something that we write into this text generator? And I'll give you guys a second to come up with one, but for the time being, I will, let's say,
can you put a bunny in a basket around Easter time?
Yeah. So let's just write exactly what we're thinking. Click create image. And what it'll do, it'll give us 4 options that we can choose from. Similar to the way that the skydiver feature worked. So that's actually really solid.
Well, thanks.
So let's go with this one right here. So now we got a great looking image. We can set it as our background. And I mean, this could be as simple as your Easter post on,
So let's do
Instagram.
something real estate related.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything in the chat?
I don't see anything in the chat coming in here.
Okay.
What about 2 new home buyers jumping in excitement in front of their new house?
That's a great one. So create image. Gonna take a second. All right, that's pretty cool. So let's go with this one right here. So you'll notice that some of these look a little bit weird. And the reasoning for that is that these AI models are just kind of being developed, and they continually develop to be better based on the way they're designed. So you'll notice that if you specifically ask it for faces, it struggles with those a little bit. And the reason why that is because these people aren't necessarily real. It is taking multiple faces from thousands and thousands of people and trying to combine them into one. So that's why things with less diversity, like a bunny or a panda bear, tend to work a little bit better than actual people's faces.
Let's try something that's really weird and see how it looks.
Yeah.
How about a butterfly landing on a cupcake in the jungle?
All right.
Because that's not a picture you're going to find on the internet.
Definitely not. But I really like the way that the bunny one came out. It looks great. Looks like a professional photo.
Oh, top right. Let's do it. And there you go.
Yeah.
Because there's a cupcake floating in the jungle.
So, I mean, obviously let your imagination go with this. You could use this in millions of different ways. And as the software gets better, the outputs are only going to get better.
Yes.
So, translate.
So translate is one of my favorites. So right now I have a foreign exchange child from Japan. So we've been using Google Translate. And we come to find out that it, like most, it doesn't translate exactly. But we've been starting to use Canva's Translate, and it actually is a lot better. So what you can do is you can click on this your whole flyer, and you can go over to our Translate button, and then say you want to translate it to, say, Korean. It takes just a couple seconds. Korean. And translate.
Translate, and you can select if you have a whole presentation that you need to, translate. You can do that as well. We're just going to translate this
current page.
So great.
And that's it in Hangul, which is Korean. But yeah, you can do that with anything. If you have a clientele that is Spanish speaking, that's like a big thing here in Arizona. You can take all your flyers and translate them with one click, and then also have them, the front side's English, the back side's Spanish.
Yeah.
It makes it super cool, easy, and quick.
Yeah, like Elizabeth said, with most translators, please use this with a grain of salt. You never know exactly how it's going to translate, but you can take assurance in knowing that it'll do a really good job at kind of helping you break some of that language barrier.
This one is pretty darn close, though.
Yeah. Well, that's right, because you have studied Korean a little bit.
2.5 years. I'm still working on it. But yeah, so yes, you need to make sure you take it with a grain of salt, but I believe it's better than Google Translate.
And that's a majority of what we had to show in terms of the AI features in Canva. Do you have anything that you'd like to add right now? Any questions from the audience, possibly?
So I'd like to just say this is amazing, and I am so excited to like jump in and play around with all the stuff that you showed us. So thank you so much for coming in and showing us all this.
Absolutely.
We did get a couple of questions. Some of the more generic questions regarding Canva itself. So can you confirm like the difference between the free version and paid version for folks that may have not attended our first two courses?
Sure. So the free version is going to be very basic. You're not going to get the beach ball background remover. You're not going to get a lot of the basic tools. The paid version is, what was it, $119 a year? I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's right around there. And you can get a content calendar where it's going to help you post all your social media links. And you can schedule that. I think it's up to 6 months in advance now. There's a lot of the AI that you only get to try with the free, but then you get to have with the paid. Anytime you see the little crown icon, that means it's a paid item. So there's a lot like adding in music, background removers, I don't think Translate is, but there's like text to image and different stuff. All the magic features, those are all with the paid. We tend to do the team. We pay for the team, and that gets you 5 people on your team. So if you are in an office and there's a group of you that you guys want to share content, work with each other, share flyers, that's like the best way to do it, I believe. Because when you have more than one person working on something, you're going to get the best product. But there is a way that you can share things and not share things too. So, you know, I may be working on a surprise birthday party invitation for Brenden and not want to share it with him, you know, but I do have the option to share it with him where he can just view it. He can have options to edit, or he has full options or comments. That's what I mean.
Right.
Options to comment. So you get feedback on your stuff.
Yeah. It functions very similar to like Google Drive, you know what I mean? You can just edit, share documents, etc.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And then I do see you did mention that the text to image had required credits. I think I kind of meant that you kind of just hit on that a little bit, how there's, you know, you can try it so many times with the basic plan and then you can use it more with the premium plan. Can you talk about how the credits work? Or
so basically he describes it as credits. I just describe it as trials. So you get to try it for 5 times. And then after that, it shuts down unless you pay for it. So they want you to see the different features that you could be using with the paid version. It's just like when you go to the ice cream store. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to like that. Can I try it? And they want you to have that experience where you try it and you fall in love with it. So then that's what you get. That's what they're doing here.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that. And then I think the last question that we really have here, it's more of a specific question to Magic Design. Would Magic Design be able to do something like draw a map of a map from a home to an elementary school nearby or a grocery store? Is it capable of doing anything like that?
I haven't tried that. Let's try it real quick.
I haven't. And I know that it really doesn't work in that same way. It's just not there yet. It's primarily for presentation use. I haven't used it outside of that, and I don't really think that it functions very well to add very specific coordinated information to an image like that. Although I think there's probably room to say that you could use the magic edit feature to draw a line over top of a map and say add a line. I think something like that would probably be your best bet.
Yeah, I would upload your image from RPR. If you don't know what RPR is, let us know. But RPR will give you the picture of where the house is and the good information. And then I would layer that and then have it highlighted, that route, or even drop pin icons that say, here's your closest library, here's your closest gym, here's your closest school. That's the way I would use it for that. I wouldn't technically use the Magic Design for that.
Great, thanks for clarifying that. I haven't seen any other questions coming in. again, like, this is super awesome. I'm really excited, just watching it myself, even though, I may not have a license. I'm excited to try and play around with it and help folks in our network for concierge. So thank you guys so much for presenting here today. We really appreciate you.
Let us know if you want us to come visit you and we can play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, wait, I just saw one more question that came in. Right before we sign out here, can it create a video from text to image?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's not there yet, but could be potentially something in the future as the AI gets better and stuff like that.
I heard that that is one of the things that they are working on really hard. They hope to have it into the next birthday launch. So they do a launch every year with new features. And this year it was where we got to open presents and it would show us different things. And it was really neat to watch and be a part of. But yeah, that's something that they have thought about and that they're working on.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for the information. I think that wraps up the questions here. Again, thank you so much, Brenden and Elizabeth. We really appreciate you coming on here today with us. Just so everyone knows as well, I will be sending out the recording for this later today. So keep an eye out for your email. I'll include the video as well as the presentation slideshow here. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to Concierge, and we'll be happy to help you out. So thanks again for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you very much, kids.
Bye.